What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV here, back here with another player ratings episode. We have beaten Leeds 3-0 in our first game of 2021. Start as you mean to go on, eh?
Yeah, look, it's a good start to the year. Good to get back to winning ways. Clean sheet, chances, goals. So it was a good day at the office for Spurs at the end of the day.
All right, let's get into the rating. Let's start off with Hugo Lloris. We gave him a 7. He actually made 5 saves throughout the day, but most of them were kind of straight at him and wasn't really that tested, was he?
No, yeah, I think he had a pretty simple day. Didn't have to make too many important saves. And when the Leeds chances they did get, they didn't really test Lloris properly. So, you know, it was standard what we say a lot of times about Lloris. Didn't have much to do. What he did do, he did well, but he wasn't so tested. So,
and again, I thought he was very commanding from crosses again.
Yeah, that's what he's really improved on. He picked up on that well. I think he really has become more dominant in from crosses and stuff.
All right, let's move on to Matt Dougherty. We gave him a 5. I just want to call on him to be a lot better. I thought in the first half, quite a few sloppy passes. Defensively, I thought he did all right, but it was his passing and distribution, in my opinion, that let him down a bit. I thought he grew into it second half. There was a really nice run into the box, beating a player inside the box, finding Højbjerg just on the edge of the box that I think he fired over or wide. But I would call on Dougherty to be a lot better going forward, better in his distribution, but I thought defensively he was okay today.
He did get a red card, didn't he?
Oh, he got a red card as well.
He did get a red card.
Stupid challenge right at the end.
Yeah, he was on yellow, so unnecessary, and it rules him out, I think, for the semi-final. So yeah, look, wasn't so great by Dougherty, I thought, especially in the first half, and he just hasn't really got to grips with things yet since coming to Tottenham. Yeah. Hasn't been a disaster. He's just been a bit average. That's the thing. He's just been a bit average. And when you wanted an improvement on what we already had, he hasn't really represented that at the moment. That's what I would say. And I thought he was okay in this game, but yeah, look, he got the red card at the end. That probably overshadowed the performance, and he's going to be missing for the next game now.
Moving on to Toby Alderweireld, we gave him a 7. In my opinion, the best defender on the day. I thought he was put in a really, really good display. Nothing went past him pretty much the whole day. Flawless defensive display, I thought, from Toby.
Yeah, there was just one moment where he got caught out a bit when Bamford
maybe not flawless then.
There was one header from Bamford which went over the bar. He got in between Dier and Toby and was able to head it over. But other than that, yeah, it was a pretty good day for him. I thought Leeds tried really hard to break the lines, and I thought Toby did really well marshalling Bamford, who's been a big threat this whole season. And yeah, he had a good game. Not too many passes, over the top and stuff like that. But I thought his passes were more targeted into feet and stuff instead of over the top, which was good.
Eric Dier, we gave him a 6. There were some sloppy moments in there from Eric Dier. I thought there were 2 sides of Eric Dier's game today. There was one which was the commanding aerial presence that he gave whenever a ball came over the top. I thought pretty much more than ever he was heading them away and doing a really good job for the team. But I thought his distribution let him down massively today. Yeah, I think his heading ability, getting out from the defence, was really good, but his distribution was really poor.
Yeah, I remember a few times he did step into midfield and he was looking confident, but then he would try like an outside the foot pass and give it away. I thought he was all right. I don't think he was terrible or bad even. I thought he was good. I thought him and Toby worked well together. I thought he wasn't as good as Toby, but I thought he did a good job.
Yeah. It was just those sloppy moments, wasn't there?
Yeah, I guess.
Let's move on to Ben Davies. We gave him a 7. Carried on his form from the last 2 games, from the Stoke and from the Wolves game. And I thought, again, he put in a really, really good display. Defensively, really good. Going forward, there were some moments there, but his crossing into the box did let him down at times, but I still think it was a very good display from Ben.
Yeah, I thought defensively he was a big part of why we were so good in transitions, because he was very aggressive in the interceptions. Whenever a ball was played to Rafinha on that right-hand side, he was very aggressive in getting to the ball first, and a number of times he would win the ball back and set us up on attacks, and it worked really well. And I thought, yeah, he built on his good performances against Wolves and Stoke, and with Reguilon not in probably the manager's good books at the moment, it was a good time for him to get some good form.
Yeah, definitely. Let's move on to Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. We gave the General a 9. Absolutely brilliant display from this guy. I mean, he had 80 touches throughout the game, the most touches in the game, 13 recoveries, which is the most out of anyone, and most tackles won as well on the pitch. So that's 4 tackles out of 5 challenges, 13 recoveries and 80 touches. I mean, this guy was literally unplayable today. The Leeds midfield just could not deal with him. They could not pass him Anytime the ball came to him, he gobbled it up. An absolutely imperious display from Pierre.
He was immense. Mr. Consistent, as we always say. He was absolutely immense, Pierre. Calvin Phillips and Click couldn't get around him. I thought the front three players as well as Rodrigo was completely anonymous in the game because of how well Højbjerg did. I thought him and Winks worked well together, and I thought he was. I thought Højbjerg had an exceptional game. As you like, he's just been. He had in recent weeks dropped off a tad on his high standards.
This was back to his high best.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's move on to Harry Winks. We gave him a 7. Another good display from Harry Winks, following on from that Stoke performance, not following on from the Wolves performance. To be fair, the Wolves performance wasn't too bad either. But look, he's definitely putting himself in the order now for the midfield. He's getting picked, and rightly so. I thought that he played very well. Good interceptions, defensive display in the box. I thought he made some really good ones. Going forward, little to be desired, but I thought he could have done a bit better with a few passes going forward.
Yeah, he made the through ball to Bergman, which settled the penalty, which was decent. He could have probably done a bit more, but he's very good at getting the balls in between the lines to attackers. Not necessarily as the assist, but the pre-assist, which I don't think gets as much credit as it deserves. I thought he had a pretty good game. I thought he was pretty aggressive as well, winning the ball in the middle of the park a few times. I thought inside the box as well, he did a really good defensive job, and I feel like, I was happy. I was happy with Winks. I think he came in for Sissoko. The big worry about when you take out Sissoko is, are we going to have enough legs in the midfield to cover all the pressure the opposition are going to put on us, and are we going to be as defensively solid? And the thing is, we were. So that's a positive thing, and I think he had another good game.
Let's move on to Tanguy Ndombele. We gave him a 7 as well. It was a difficult day for Tanguy, actually, funnily enough, because I thought he was drifting in and out of the game. But when he was in the game, I felt that he was untouchable, really, and the Leeds players couldn't get the ball off him. He was doing a lot of good work for the team, but he did go missing at times during the game. But all in all, I thought it was a really good display from Tanguy, and still, you just can't take this guy out of the team. His sheer presence and skill is just insane.
Yeah, he was more anonymous today than he has been in other games, but I thought
he was anonymous.
I said more anonymous than he was in other games. Like against Wolves, he was exceptional. He wasn't quite at that level, but when he did get in the final third, he's such a tricky customer. It was tough for Leeds to deal with him from a dribbling point of view. I think his final ball let him down a bit against Leeds. It wasn't as good as it can be. We know the quality he has at his passing.
Also his shot that led to the corner for the goal.
It was his shot that led to the corner. Which was spilled by the keeper. That's true. So that was a good point from him. In terms of his passing, he had a few opportunities to when to put a cross in or to put a pass in on the sides of the penalty areas, and his quality was a bit lacking there. But we know the quality he has, so that's going to come with more opportunities. He lasted a bit longer as well. About 75 minutes, was it?
Yeah, he's lasting a few more minutes extra every game.
So that's really good. And I thought, it was a good display from him when he got the opportunity in and around the penalty area. It was good, but the quality should have been better on the final ball.
All right, Steven Bergman, we gave him a 7 as well. First of all, let's stop this berating of Steven Bergman online, because it's completely unjust.
It's just nonsense.
Yeah, it's complete nonsense. You can't just berate players for missing chances and completely overlook anything else they've done in the game. It's absolutely ridiculous. And on the game, Steven Bergman, I thought he had a really good display. He was putting in what effort he was putting in for the team, non-stop running pretty much the whole game, chasing him down. Leeds were passing it loosely out the back, and that was due to the way we were kind of pressing from the front, and Steven Bergman was a big part of that. And if he wasn't playing today, maybe we wouldn't have been pressing high up the pitch from all corners, you know what I mean? Because Kane was doing it, Son was doing it, and Bergman was doing it, and we need it from all sets, from the middle, from the left, and from the right. So Steven Bergman, really good display. Yes, 2 chances he had, which he could have got at least 1 goal from them, which I call on Stevie to improve his finishing. He needs to be much more clinical than he is. But in terms of the way we set up, I think he's the best choice there for the right-hand side midfield.
And Jose saying after the game that he's just not in the best condition at the moment, and he fully believes the goals will start to flow once Stevie's in a better condition. And I really believe that he just needs more confidence. He needs the support from the fans and the team to keep doing what he's doing, because he's getting good positions. He's exploiting space, which other players like Lucas don't do as good a job as Bergwijn. He's getting in the goal scoring positions. He's getting involved in the attacks. He's linking up well with Kane and Son. And he's really getting good combinations and stuff. So I think Bergwijn's doing a good job. I think we look better with him in the team than without the team, than him out the team. And he just once he gets that goal, his confidence will start to soar again. I'm really certain of that. And he just needs to get that first goal of the season. And I'm sure Bergwijn is going to go on to score more and more goals. And I think he's a really good young player, full of talent. And I just think this any sort of like abuse or the people sending it that way because he misses a few chances is absolutely ridiculous. And like it's just not how you support a player or a team, especially one who's not playing that badly. So I think we all want Bergwijn to improve his finishing, but I think that will come. He's still a very young player. I thought he had a good game.
Let's move on to Heung-min Son. We gave him a 9. Heung-min Son absolutely back at it today. I thought he was absolutely sensational in all corners of the pitch, to be honest. In his attacking play was really good, goal and assist, and he was creating problems for them all day long. And also defensively, I thought he put in a really, really good display, Heung-min Son. And we didn't take him off, and we didn't concede any goals.
Yeah, that's why. Exactly. We took Kane off. We took Kane off of Vinicius instead. Really nice finish for that first goal, for his first goal, our second goal, after a good run by Kane. Sorry, not good run, good pass by Kane. Really good through ball, really well anticipated by Son. He was giving Leeds no end of problems throughout the day. Good corner as well into Toby, which got the third goal. And I thought he was just a nuisance. He might have liked him to get a few more shots off, but I thought him in the front three did really, really well, exploiting the space that Leeds were leaving. And on another day, he could have had more than a goal, but he'll be happy with his day's work, I think.
Definitely. Which moves us on to the last of the starting 11, Harry Kane. We gave him a 9 as well. These two, Sonny and Kane, were both really at it, back to their best after a few displays, which you can argue that they didn't have their best games. But Harry Kane today, look at the stats just add up there. 6 shots, 6 dribbles. He was unplayable at times. The way he was taking it past their defence as well. Really, really good display. Another goal, another assist, albeit the goal coming from the penalty spot. But yeah, he probably should have had more than one goal, to be fair.
I think the week rested him well. I think,
exactly.
Because he was looking a bit tired against Wolves, wasn't he?
Exactly. Just after having a baby, he looked a bit tired, but he looked back at it today.
Yeah, he really was. And a really great assist as well. Was very similar to the ones he was doing at Southampton. Really great pass in between the Leeds defenders and Son making that run, making it not easy for him, but a really good pass on a plate for Sonny. So really good stuff, and he was just all action again, getting shots off, forcing saves off Meslier, getting a nice penalty down the centre as well. And I thought he was absolutely phenomenal, really hard for Leeds to deal with, and he was all over the place. And you saw that when he's top fitness, when he's had that week break, he was just back on it and he was able to do that role to his best of his ability, unlike in maybe previous weeks where he's just been a bit leggy.
Let's move on to the substitutes. Moussa Sissoko, we gave him a 6. As soon as he came on, we kind of reverted and weren't really kind of adventurous after he came on. But he did a good job in kind of stopping Leeds in the middle of the park, but not too much to note, really.
Yeah, he did well. He did a lot. Yeah, we were 3-0 up already. He only had 15 minutes, so it was just a bit to, we saw out the game, and he was all right.
Yeah, and Lucas Moura, we gave him a 5. He came on as well, ran around a bit, but he did lose the possession quite a few times while he was on the pitch, so that's why we gave him a 5.
Yeah, he had some decent opportunities from counters, and he didn't make the most of them. But he did make some good tackles, which was good. But yeah, we want to see him more on some counter-attacks and making things happen up front. He didn't quite do that, but yeah, he did a good job for the team.
Yeah, and then Carlos Vinicius coming on with 5 minutes to go. We didn't give him a rating. He didn't really get involved much.
He had a few nice touches.
But yeah, there's nothing really much to talk about there.
I would like to see him get more time.
Yeah, that's for sure. And then in terms of Jose Mourinho, we gave him an 8. In terms of the way we set up, I thought it was completely spot on. Leeds, you know how to play against Leeds. You sit back. We don't really sit back.
We press quite high.
Yeah, exactly. You kind of hold defensively really strong, and then you attack with kind of presence and with nuisance when you can, and that's exactly what we did today. And I thought our attacking game was spot on. We pressed high up the pitch, we forced Leeds into errors at the back, and we didn't stop attacking till around 65 minutes. So you got to commend Jose, changed it up when needed, and we got the well-deserved 3 points today.
Yeah, I think we exploited Leeds pretty ruthlessly, most of their mistakes. We forced a lot of their mistakes. They did do a few unforced errors as well, but we forced a lot of their mistakes, which was very good from Jose.
Even though they were unforced errors, and yeah, they were, but it was due to the way we were pressing up high up the pitch.
Yeah, and you got to make the most of them as well. You got to exploit the space when you get there, and I think we did that really, really well. I think a few selections which he didn't have to do, and he did, like putting Winks in and putting Bergman back in, definitely did well for us. Definitely got them both right. And I think he's putting Davis in ahead of Reguilon after Reguilon's Christmas Day. I thought it was the right decision, and it got paid off because Davis had a really good game as well. So I think he got his tactics spot on. He might be a bit worried about Dougherty, who got sent off, and Aurier's coming back in. But I wonder why Aurier was left out of the squad actually completely, because it's a bit of a weird one. Usually he's on the bench.
Yeah.
But hopefully he comes back in for the semi-final. But I think, he had a really good day, and I think his tactics definitely got the better of Bielsa today.
All right, so there you have it. Tottenham 3, Leeds 0. We start the new year with a bang. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of our ratings. Let me know your ratings in the comment section below. Like, subscribe, and comment. And as always,
come on, you Spurs!